What's in there?
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, my humble obeisances to you all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you
Sure.
so much for joining His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj's daily
Milk
class.
away. Milk never gets thrown away. Take it out, put it in another container.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Today we are continuing with Srimad Bhagavatam.
No,
No, Maharaj? Okay.
no, we have special program today. If you
Yes.
don't mind.
Please, if there is any verse to share, please let me know, Maharaj. I can share.
It's a bhajan.
Okay.
Today is the appearance day of Lochand Das Thakur,
Okay.
the author of one of the biographies on the life of Lord Chaitanya called Chaitanya Mangala. There's three biographies: Chaitanya Mangala, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Chaitanya Bhagavat. So he is the author of one. And today he's also written one song in glorification of Lord Chaitanya. So I'm going to read the translation in the song and then sing the song. And then we'll speak a little bit about the meaning, some of the meanings of the song. So it'll be a class around the song.
Yeah, please let me know the song, Maharaj. I can pull up that.
Very popular song. Everyone knows it's called Parma Karuna.
Okay.
Dewey and Jane. You can find it on.
Yes, Maharaj.
Take the bug out. Did you throw the bug out?
I separated insect and kept making.
What'd you do with the bug? You threw it.
Which one?
The bug.
No, it's.
Where's the bug?
It's his.
Well, put him outside. It's dead, right?
Yes.
Well, we don't keep dead bugs. Okay. So go to the translation. So I'll begin Om Gyan Timidandasya Ganajana Salakaya Chaksun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaudavani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya De Satarine Panchakalpa Tiruvishcha Vipa Sindhu Vacha Titanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I'll read these 4 lines. This is written, sung. We'll sing the song also. First, we'll read the translation, and then we'll hear from Srila Prabhupada's purport. As it's mentioned here below, there are 3 different purports Prabhupada gave on this particular bhajan. So he's referring, these 2 lords, Nitai, Gaurachandra, are very merciful. They're the essence of all incarnations. The specific significance of these incarnations is they introduce the process of chanting and dancing that is simply joyful. My dear brother, I request you that you just worship Lord Chaitanya Nityananda with firm conviction and faith. And if one wants to be Krishna conscious by this process, one has to give up his engagement in sense gratification. One simply has to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, without any motive. My dear brothers, just try and examine this. Within the 3 worlds, there was no one like Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. Their merciful qualities are so great that upon hearing them, even the birds and beasts cry and stones melt. But Lochan Das Thakur regrets that I am entrapped by sense gratification. Since I have no attraction for the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, then Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, is punishing me by not allowing me to be attracted by this movement. So I'll do a quick chanting of the bhajan, and then we'll go to Prabhupada's explanation. And so you may also respond in the background, but don't keep your, let's just say, don't turn on your your audios. Just chat where you are. Parama karuna bahudui jane nitai ghora chandra. Parama karuna bahudui jane nitai ghora chandra. Sabhayavatara Sarosiromani Kevalayananda Kandha. Sabhayavatara Sarosiromani Kevalayananda Kandha. Bhaja Bhaja Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Sudrida Vishwayas Kori Vishayachadiya Sera Se Majia Muki Bolo Hori Hori. Bhaja Bhaja Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Surida Vishwaska Kori Vishayachadiya Sarasa Madhya Muke Bola Hori Hori Deho Ore Bhai Vibhuvane Naim Emana Gorana Data Nego Ore Bhai Tribhuvane Naim Emana Dayala Data Pasupase Jure Asabhavidare Sunijara Gunagata Pasapaki Jude Asanavidare Sunijara Gunagata Samsara Majia Rohili Boria Sepadana Hilo Ase Samsara Majia Rohia Boria Sepade Nahilo Ase Divana Karama Buhije Samanam Kahiye Lochana Dasa Samsara Majia Rahia Poria Sepada Nahilo Asam Dipana Karama Bhajaye Samana Kohiye Lochana Dasa Parama Karuna Bahudui Jane Nitai Gaura Chandram Samayavatara Sarasiromane Kevalayananda Kandha. And go to the Prabhupada's purport. Can you stop the thing from jumping? Even the page keeps jumping.
I'm not doing anything, Maharaj. I don't know why. I'll try.
Go to Prabhupada's purport.
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay, so who would like to read? Do we have any good readers out there? There's a lot of reading this.
Hare Krishna.
Anybody who would like to read? Read really slow.
Oh,
I'll
Maharaj,
read it. I'll
Yeah.
try and my voice is starting to crack for some reason. Okay, this is a song by Lochan Das Thakur, a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya, almost contemporary. He wrote one book, Chaitanya Mangalam, depicting the activities of Lord Chaitanya. That is a famous book, Chaitanya Mangalam, as he has composed many songs, practically all Vaishnavas. They are transcendentally poetic. That is one of the 26 qualities of a Vaishnava. So he says that these two lords, Nitai Gaur, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Gauranga, or Lord Chaitanya, they are very merciful incarnations. Sabhayavatara, Sabha Siromani. They are the essence of all incarnations. The incarnation is stated in the Bhagavad Gita that whenever there is discrepancy in the process of religiosities and there is prominence of impious activities, at that time the Lord incarnates or he descends on this material world for protecting the pious and annihilating the impious. That is the mission, that is his mission of incarnation. Every incarnation, you'll find two things. Lord Chaitanya, he's so beautiful, so kind, but he is very dangerous to the demons. The demons were seeing him as Thunderbolt, and the gopis were seeing him as the most beautiful Cupid. So the Bhagavad Gita also states, Yeyatam mam prapadyante. God is realized in proportion to one's freedom from demoniac propensities. So in this age, of course, the last incarnation, Kalki, will simply kill long after. He will come, but Lord Chaitanya, his mission is no killing, simply favoring. That is the specific characteristic of Lord Chaitanya. Because in this age, of course, there's much promise of irreligiosity. But if Lord Chaitanya wanted to kill them, then there'll be no question of their salvation. There would be, of course, anyone who is killed by an incarnation. He also gets salvation, but not to the spiritual planets, for they merge into the Brahman effulgence as the impersonalist desired. In other words, the impersonalist goal of salvation is as good as the goal of the salvation of the enemies of God. That is not a very difficult job. So Lord Chaitanya, he's very merciful because he is embracing everyone by bestowing love of Krishna. Rupa Goswami has described Lord Chaitanya as the most munificent of all incarnations. He is giving Krishna to everyone without any qualification. So Lord Chandas Thakur says that Parama Karuna Bahudui Jani Nitai Gauda Chandra, that they are the essence of all incarnation. Kevala Nanda Kanda, and the preaching process is very pleasing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends you chant Hare Krishna, dance nicely, and when you feel tired, take rest and eat Krishna Prasad. So this formula is very pleasing. Kevala Ananda Kanda. While he was presented in Jagannath Puri every day in the evening, dancing was chant and dancing and chanting continued. After the dancing is finished, he used to distribute sumptuous prasadam of Jagannath. So many thousands of people used to assemble every night. So simply transcendental pleasing, this movement, Kevala Ananda Kanda. Therefore he recommends Bhaja Bhaja Bhai, Chaitanya Tirthai. My dear brothers, just try to worship these two lords, Chaitanya and Nityananda, Surida Vishwasya Koti, with faith and conviction. One should have faith in the words of Lord Chaitanya. The Lord Chaitanya says, go on chanting. Simply by chanting, you will get all perfection of life. So this is a fact. Unless we take to chanting, we cannot realize it. But those who are chanting, they are realizing that they are getting all desired perfection of life very quickly. We should chant this mantra with faith and conviction, but only qualification required in this connection. He says, Vishya Chadiya Serasam Majia Mukhi Bolo Huri. We have to chant with faith and conviction. At the same time, we should take care We should be guarding against sense enjoyment. Vishaya chadiya. Vishaya means sense enjoyment. And chadiya means to give up. One should give up sense enjoyment. Of course, in this material life, we have got our senses and we are practiced to use them. We cannot stop, but there is no question of stopping, but regulating it. Just like we want to eat. Vishaya means eating, sleeping, mating, defending. So these things are not forbidden altogether, but they are adjusted just to make it favorable for the execution of my Krishna consciousness. So we should not take, just like eating, we should not eat just to satisfy the taste. We should only eat just to keep ourselves fit in the execution of Krishna consciousness. So eating is not stopped, but is regulated favorably. Simply mating is also not stopped, but the regular principle is that you should marry and you should have sex life only for begetting children, Krishna conscious children. Otherwise, don't do it. So everything is regulated. There is no question of stopping. Defense also. Arjuna was fighting, defending under the order of Krishna. So everything is there. Nothing stopped. Simply it is adjusted for executing our Krishna consciousness. Vishaya chadiya. We should not accept this vishaya, these four principles of bodily demands, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, for sense gratification. No, the politicians, they fight for sense gratification, but they do not see to the good of the people. For their political aggrandizements, they fight. They fight is forbidden, but when fight is necessary for defending people, that fight should be taken. We have to give up this principle of sense gratification or sense gratificatory process. Deko deki by Sri Bhuvani 9. Then he says, just see, there is nobody else so mercy. Pasupaki Jude, Pasana Vidare. By his mercy, even the birds and beasts, they are also maintained. Actually, when Lord Chaitanya passed through the forests of Jharkhand in central India, he was only accompanied by his personal attendant. And he was alone. And he was passing through the forest. He touched one tiger. He was sleeping, and the tiger answered, roaring. Accompanying Lord Chaitanya's attendant, he thought, now we are gone. But actually, Lord Chaitanya asked the tiger, why are you sleeping? Just stand up, chant Hare Krishna. And the tiger began to dance. So actually this happened. When Lord Chaitanya preached this Hare Krishna movement, the tigers, the deers, everyone joined. So of course we are not so powerful, but it's possible at least that we have seen the dogs are dancing in Sankirtan. So it is possible also to take, but we must not tempt such a great risk. Lord Chaitanya could induce tigers to dance. We can at least induce every human beings to dance. That is such a nice movement. So, Pasupati Jure, Pasane Vidare. Pasu means stone. Even the stone-hearted man, he also melts by chanting Hare Krishna. Then we have experienced, seen, Pasu Vidare, Sune Jare Gune Gata, simply by hearing the transcendental pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. The characteristics and pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, even hard-hearted men, they also melted. There were many instances, Jagai and Madai, many fallen souls became elevated to the highest spiritual platform. Then Lochan Das Thakur says that Vishaya Majiya, Rohiya Poriya. Unfortunately, I am so much trapped in these demands of the bodily, of the senses, that I have forgotten the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Visaya Majiya, Rohili, Pohiya, Se Paden Nahilo As. I could not desire to be attached to the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. Why is he saying so? So he's lamenting that Aparana Karame, Bujaye Samanim, that I'm suffering the sequence of my past misdeeds, that I could not be attracted by the Krishna conscious movement. It is a punishment on me by Yamaraj, the superintendent of death. Actually, this Krishna conscious movement, Sankirtan movement, is so nice and attractive. Every simple, I mean to say unsophisticated person shall be attracted. But if one is not attracted, it is to be understood that he is being punished by the laws of the superintendent of death. Anyway, if we stick to this principle of chanting, then even Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, he'll also fail to punish. That is the verdict of Brahma Samhita. Brahma Samhita says one who takes to his devotional soul life, his reactions to past deeds are adjusted immediately. So every one of us should take part in this movement of Krishna consciousness by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So he's describing how merciful, how kind, how available Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda are giving the highest to everyone without any qualification. But there is one qualification. We have to give up this idea of trying to enjoy our senses, to fulfill our desires for the senses to be satisfied simply by the activities of sense gratification. The senses belong to Krishna. Senses are controlled by Krishna, whose name is Rishikesh, which means the master of the senses. So if we connect our senses to the process of devotional service and chant the holy names and worship the Lord and serve the devotees and chant and dance, then the senses are being used. They're not being stopped. We're not saying you have to stop your senses. It's not possible. There are yogis who try to do that. But then again, they take the sense gratification because the senses cannot be stopped. They must be used. But senses are like, as explained, they're either servants or serpents. What is a serpent? A serpent is a snake, and it has fangs. And in those fangs, there's poison. If it bites you, you die. But if you have a servant who knows what you need and works in such a way as to fulfill all of your needs, then that servant is a good friend and helps you in the activities of life. So our senses can be enemies or friends, depends on how we use it. There are so many opportunities given by the external energy, especially in this age of Kali. They're always coming up. The Western world, with all of its media, is always coming up with more and more newer ideas on how to enjoy senses. The same thing, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, being done in so many varieties of ways, with so many varieties of activities within those ingredients, and so many activities within the activities of sense gratification. The eyes, the ears, the nose, the tongue, the sense of touch, the belly, all of these want satisfaction, but it is explained they can be satisfied, and not only satisfied, but happily satisfied when we use those same senses to serve the Lord and engage in the process of Krishna consciousness. So that is the simple process, and the essence of the process has been said here. Pasupati Jude Sunija Gure Kata. Simply by hearing the transcendental pastimes and characteristics of Lord Chaitanya, even a hard-hearted person, their hearts will also melt. So here we should take to the process of hearing and chanting the glories of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. Lochandas Thakur, one of the prominent Vaishnav authors of Lord Chaitanya's Leelas, his book, Chaitanya Mangala, is so nectar. There are the pastimes that he includes in that are there also in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and also in Chaitanya Bhagavat. But in Lochan Das Thakur, he expands on many of the pastimes and makes him real. Just for instance, how Lord Chaitanya got married. Oh, there's many pages with elaborate descriptions of the whole marriage ceremony, what went on, the preliminaries, the arrangements, and the activity itself, and the results. So many pages simply describing how Lord Chaitanya got married to Vishnu Priya. It's amazing. It's one of the best parts of that whole, because he doesn't leave anything out. Many of the authors, they take many of the pastimes, some of them expand and give the complete pastimes, some give a shortened version, and some even eliminate certain pastimes. But because Lord Chaitanya's pastimes are unlimited as the drops of water within the ocean. But therefore one can find so much nectar from the life of Lord Chaitanya, spoken by these great souls who have love for the Lord, who want to glorify the Lord, who want to explain that glorification to others, so they also may develop attraction for Krishna. Vishaya Majila Rohila Puriya Se Paranahi As. Therefore, we should stop this program of sense gratification. Why? Because it blocks our attachment to Krishna. As soon as we use the senses for the service of the Lord, then the senses find satisfaction and they are never satiated. Material life is, when one takes to sense gratification, one gets very easily satiated and one gets very unhappy. One tries to think of different ways to fulfill that need and tries different forms of sense gratification. Sometimes one takes to sinful activities just to satisfy the senses. Sometimes people take to criminal activities just to satisfy the senses. So it's dangerous, this process of sense satisfaction. But as it says, as Prabhupada says, there's no question of stopping. Just use it, these senses, and direct it towards the lotus feet of Gaur Nitai and the process they gave us, chanting, dancing, taking prasadam, and associating with and serving Vaishnavas. And then we will find that this material sense gratification becomes like a pale experience. It's just like, oh, the sense is so boring, so unsatisfying. It's dry. It's like eating a dry, old piece of bread that's been sitting on the shelf for the last 3 weeks. There's no taste to it at all. But we can come to that platform by taking seriously, as it says here, with faith and with conviction, as it says here, what is Surida Vishvaya Kodi. Surida Vishvasa Kodi. One should have faith in the words of Lord Chaitanya. Go on chanting, simply go on chanting. One will get all perfection in life. Ochandas Thakur Ki Jai. Today is his appearance day.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Such a beautiful song and nice explanation by Srila Prabhupada and you. Thank you so much. Dear devotees, any questions or comments? You can please go ahead. And please turn on your cameras if possible. This is very simple and beautiful song, Maharaj, with a lot of meaning, where Nitai Gaur Chandra and Lord Chaitanya, they both are very merciful, but we are not taking shelter fully of them. That's what I feel.
Yeah, we're still looking towards Maya for some satisfaction, for some fulfillment of needs. And because of that, we can't have that full faith and conviction.
Yeah. Dear devotees, if you don't have any questions, you can comment also. What did you like about this song, or any realizations you want to share? You can please go ahead.
You see how Blochanta ends the song. He says, because I'm trapped by this process of sense gratification, I'm being punished by Yamaraj, and he's not allowing me to be attracted to this Krishna conscious movement.
Yeah. The main problem is sense gratification, Maharaj.
Yeah, that's the only.
How much we try to regulate our senses, it keep on pushing us towards Maya. That's the main challenge, I feel, Maharaj.
Yeah. Well, we have to have that conviction when we focus on the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. We take part in receiving that mercy by following their guidance for the process of devotional service to hear and chant the glories of the Lord. And we don't listen to the cacophony of Maya's trumpets out there calling you to come and use your mind and senses, intelligence, opulences in order to fulfill some need that can never be fulfilled. You understand, you cannot be satisfied by sense gratification. It's not possible because sense gratification is contrary to the soul's existence. You can only be satisfied when the senses become purified through the process of chanting and dancing and following according to Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, Srila Prabhupada's direction in the execution of Krishna consciousness. Very simple, but very direct. Choose. What do you want? But we've been trying sense gratification. Prabhupada used to say, you've tried sense gratification for so many lives, and you're still not satisfied. But give this one life a chance to try the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord. Instead, when you do, you'll taste that. You'll say, ah, yes, now I found something after so many lives. And since we have this opportunity, we are very fortunate. If we don't take advantage of it, there's no greater misfortune. Someone who doesn't have a chance to become fortunate, that's unfortunate. But someone who has a chance to become fortunate but doesn't take the opportunity, that's more unfortunate. It's like someone gives you a large amount of money and you simply put it under your bed and you leave it there and you die and somebody else gets it. So in the same way, we're wasting our life trying to figure out how I can still enjoy this material world. Forget about it. Give up all these ideas on how you're going to be happy here. Because all of them are simply ideas. Just take to this process and then you'll understand what is real happiness.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
You can
Prasiddha
see all the people around you. Do they look happy? They're miserable. They present themselves as being okay sometimes just to play the game. But that's all, they're playing some game. But inside they're still thinking, when will I get happiness? When will I get satisfaction? When will I get peace of mind? When will I fulfill my desires? It's always when, oh, when will it happen? But it never happens because it's not meant to be.
Yes, Maharaj. When I didn't come into before coming into Krishna consciousness, when I was seeing some families, they are very rich and they both wife and husband are working and they have lot of opulence and lot of facilities, but still I don't see any happiness or smile in their faces. So I
Yeah,
used to wonder, like, why they are like that. They have everything. So what is their problems? So, so yeah. Now after coming into Krishna consciousness, I understood like what exactly is the problem. And
if you have a lot of zeros, you have zero. You add another zero, you still got zero. 100 zeros makes the total zero. Where's the one? Put the one
yeah,
in, and then the zeros actually have meaning.
yes, ma'am. So the life based on simply sense gratification is very miserable. That's what I understood, Maharaj.
Yeah, and you see, people when they're old, they look even more miserable
Mm,
because they still have desires and they can't fulfill them. Why are we still running after sense gratification? There's nothing there. It's like chasing, you see smoke floating in the air, you're thinking, I'm going to grab that smoke and keep it. That's sense gratification. That's the play of Maya. She presents all these things, just keep going in this way. And you keep going, keep going, keep going, and then until you can't go anymore, and then you collapse, and that's it. You get another chance next life to start again and make the same mistake.
yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, so Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda have come to save us out of this futility of wasting our lives in sense gratification, which is, as Prabhupada said, available even to the dogs and hogs that eat stool.
Yeah. Maharaj, thank you so much for explaining. Yeah. Prasiddha Chaitanya Prabhu, please go ahead. And Mataji.
Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances in your lotus feet. Guru Maharaj, when we doing preaching around us and we are seeing there are so many rich people and they are not happy in their lives. So, and coming into the Krishna consciousness, we are convinced and we know people are not happy and they will never be happy by sense gratification. And I personally feel because we are in the bodily level, so in the body level we cannot be we always think that we should choose this one, so then we will be satisfied. We will select this one, then we will be satisfied. So because we are not body, we are soul, so how can we remind us again and again that we are not body, we are soul? And being a soul, our responsibility towards the Lord Krishna, that we are the part and parcel of Lord Krishna. So how can we remind again again that we are not body, we are soul? Guru Maharaj.
Well, it's not a remind. You don't have to worry about reminding yourself. You just have to act on the platform of the soul. And that is the activities of devotional service. If you're on the path, what's the question of trying to remind yourself? You're okay. But if do you remind yourself so you can get on the path? That's the activity of reminding is so you can get on the path. But once you're on the path, then remembrance becomes just a benefit. It's not the focus. Get on the path.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, that's all. We know the process. Family life doesn't necessarily mean to become grihamedi, that you just center your life around the success of family life. Family life means to bring all of the members of the family into the process of Krishna consciousness. That's family life. Then you don't have to worry about maintaining family or this problem with family. You do whatever's needed to maintain the family, and the way you carry on with your real business. Krishna consciousness. We have so many books to read, we have programs to go to, we have classes we can discuss, we can associate with devotees, we have kirtans. So many, all around the world, there's kirtans somewhere, always going on, programs, retreats, yatras, programs at temples, programs everywhere. ISKCON is very active. But if we hide away in our little cottage somewhere in the woods, then we think, how will I become Krishna conscious? Then that's the problem.
Yeah, Guru Maharaj, we are trying to engage ourselves in the temple programs, and we are participating, so that most of the time we try our conscious to keep in the lotus feet of Lord Krishna and Guru. We are trying, Guru Maharaj.
We like to enjoy the pleasure of being with others. It's natural, especially with like-minded people. We get inspired by each other. When everyone is working in the same direction, inspiring each other in that same way, then that association is so nice. But we're standing on the ocean of devotion, and we're sticking our little toe into the water, seeing if the water is too cold to get in. We're still testing and see whether should I dive in? No, I'll just stay here and I'll just bathe my toe. That's all. That means we're kind of like on the verge of doing something, but not really doing anything. It says Sruhidam Visvayas Kode. With firm faith and conviction, worship Lord Chaitanya. They're very kind, very merciful. As it says in that same song, the birds that fly in the sky and the beasts, when they hear the glories of Lord Chaitanya, they melt and cry. Even the animals cry when they hear how merciful Lord Chaitanya is. No one can understand his mercy.
Is that okay, Prabhuji?
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you.
You have to realize that every material success in life is a step in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
We're not trying to be materially successful. We're trying to be Krishna conscious. Material success is not success. It's simply a burden.
It would be one more cause of suffering.
Huh?
It would be one more cause of suffering. Material success is nothing but is a one more cause of the suffering.
Yeah, because it's an illusion. That's all. We are not this body. That's the first principle. You want to remind yourself of something important. Remind yourself you're not this body. You are the principle of life that it gives this body animation. Body's a machine, that's all. But the machine becomes what we say nourished when it's given chanting and dancing, just like machines get nourished when they get gasoline and oil. Do we actually take part in kirtans? Or we just, once in a while, we go to a kirtan every 3 weeks or so. Oh, take part in kirtans. Have kirtans in your own areas. Bring the devotees together and have kirtan. Invite some kirtaniers to come. Hold very weekend programs of having kirtans. Be proactive. Don't sit back and think, well, yeah, I want to be Krishna conscious, but don't do anything. Bhagavan.
Thank you, Maharaj. Bhagavan Chaitanya Prabhu, please.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Vaishnavas everywhere. Guru Maharaj, unfortunately, most of my life, I was a karmi. And during that time, I used to think about how to, like, people are suffering, what can we do? And it was clear to me that poor people should not suffer. And then it kind of led me to where I was looking at socialism as a great opportunity to help people. But then I read the history of socialism and it's really bad. it's, it's horrific. Any country that becomes communist instantly becomes really, really bad because the people in power don't know how to wield their power. And I was like, there are no solutions in this world. Capitalism is the best way to go because at least you have some freedom. Now I think the missing ingredient in communism was Krishna. Is that not so, Maharaj?
Yeah, we're communist.
Exactly. Because the equality is proven, the soul is the same. Yeah.
Yeah, we're the spiritual communists.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to talk because I went the same route until I woke up also.
Yeah. Wonderful, Maharaj. Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another diversion.
Right.
Politics means violence, that's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think you have talked before about how Krishna has renounced. You taught us that Krishna has renounced. It is mentioned that one of his opulences is renunciation. Power cannot be wielded without renunciation, right, Maharaj?
Well, Krishna becomes renounced in the sense that he doesn't claim all of the qualities that he has. In other words, he can give it up. He's not attached to whatever he has at the same time because he's self-satisfied. He's Atmarama. He doesn't need anything. He's satisfied with himself.
Must be nice.
Yeah, but he enjoys loving relationships. That's the
Yeah.
point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you enjoy loving relationships. Where do you get that from? Krishna.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda have made the whole process very direct and simple.
Mhm.
Krishna, when he spoke the Gita, he spoke a lot of philosophical terms. Obviously, they're all, absolute principles. But it all leads to one point. Where is it going to? Give up all of these ideas that you have on how to become happy and just take shelter of the process of bhakti, which he says is me.
Yeah.
Krishna, Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj. Sridevi Mataji.
Thank you, Srimati. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada. Thank you for this class again, which is like a huge reminder for us who are so inured to falling prey to the, allurements of Maya. But in spite of that, we are happy because we are somehow or the other trying to fulfill the orders of our Guru Maharaj. Though we may not be perfect and we may make many mistakes, still there is a a sense of peace and happiness in devotees, whatever level they may be at. So, when the materialists see this, how is it that they still don't get convinced of the path of bhakti?
Hmm. So licking the outside of the honey bottle, you have to open up the bottle and take benefit from the contents. You have to, before you can understand bhakti, you have to have a little sakriti. That sakriti doesn't give you bhakti understanding, it just gives you attraction to bhakti, that's all. And then as you act on that attraction, then you start to experience. Materialists, they think we're just wasting time singing and dancing without doing anything beneficial to help ourselves or others. But then we show that many of the persons who are practicing devotional service in a serious way, they also have families, they also have professions. But they do that simply in order to stabilize their life in the material world and to offer some devotional benefits. In other words, they give something to the Krishna conscious movement. Householders are the contributors. They provide money, they provide the energies and for organizations. They have many good qualities, many abilities to do things. Because our movement is such, it's big. Therefore, we have to take a lot of time and energy to do things. But that energy and time is coming from Krishna, because Krishna gives you the time and he gives you the energy according to your level of surrender.
So this little sukriti which one needs to get into bhakti, that is some agyata sukriti or something that I may have done to help a devotee, and Krishna has seen that and given me that little sukriti, so that in this life, like that.
That's philosophically correct, but Lord Chaitanya has even rejected that, saying, I have created your good qualities, just chant and dance. That's all. You don't need to worry about what sukriti you have. I mean, what was this sukriti of Gajendra the elephant? What was the sukriti of, that little dog that went back home, back to Godhead because he became the dog of Lord Chaitanya? What was the sukriti of that dog that was protected by Shivananda Sain? He went back to Godhead too. What are these? What dogs? The animals don't have sukriti, but there is mercy, and that's Lord Chaitanya's movement. It's full of mercy, saturated with his mercy. He's trying to figure out how to attract us more and more to his process. He doesn't.
So then what will attract the materialist to give up sense gratification and come to the path of bhakti? What will it take?
They don't have to give up anything. All they have to do is come to the path of bhakti and try it, and then their sense gratification will start to fall off automatically. You're hungry, you'll eat anything, but if you have enough choice to what to eat, you'll eat what you like.
But that's the rub, no, Guru Maharaj. They don't come to the path of bhakti. If they came in and they tasted the sweetness of bhakti, then they would be hooked, but they don't even come.
No, that's what we're supposed to do. We should convince him to come. That's preaching. That's up to us.
Thank you, Mataji. Did devotees any more questions or comments? Vrishabh Prabhu has shared some few points about this topic, Maharaj, about sense gratification. Do you
Yeah.
want me to read?
Rishabh's he's in the war field. He's out there battling with the non-devotees to give them the mercy that they want, but don't understand. He's a foot soldier. He's fighting front lines.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. So he's saying, Hare Krishna, dear Gurudev and Vaishnavas, please accept my humble obeisances, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. While studying Shastra, I noticed a few things we need to be aware of while shifting from sense gratification to devotional service. Soul is pleasure seeking, but because we are materially diseased, like in case of jaundice, we don't feel the sweetness of spiritual life immediately, but we need to continue on with strong intelligence and determination. Tapodivyam.
Yeah, some material attachments are still there. So just keep moving in the right direction, same direction. Those attachments will start losing their effect gradually.
Mm.
One day you'll start looking at something, you'll think, oh, how nice it is. And then the next day you see the same thing and you think, what did I see in that? Consciousness is changing, and therefore values are changing. Everything starts to change as consciousness changes. There's karmatmaka, colored consciousness, or there is clear consciousness, which is Krishna conscious. When you look into a pool of water, if the water is, dirty, you can't see the bottom. You can't even see much anything else. But if it's translucent, then you can see it. Water, you can see the bottom, you can see the fishes in the bottom also. Consciousness is clear in its pristine natural state. And we're trying to bring back clear. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yedendriya prite apranoti yasaromanya atmano yam nasana priyase nasana priyasis satsikit devam. Turn to that verse 558, no, 554, I'm sorry, 554 in the Bhagavatam. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yarindriya priti apranoti nasaromanye atmano yam nasana priyasis. Remember that last line.
Yes, I'm bringing up the verse.
Priyata asadeha. Nunam pramata kurute vikarma ya indriya pritaya prano nasarumanya yatmano yam asana pi kleshada asadeha. When a person considers sense gratification the aim of life, he certainly becomes mad. After materialist life engages in all kinds of sinful activities. He does not know that due to his past misdeeds, he has already received a body which, although temporary, is the cause of his misery. Actually, a living entity should not have taken a material body, but he's been awarded the material body for sense gratification. Therefore, I think it is not befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in the activities of sense gratification by which he perpetually gets material bodies one after another. So this is spoken by Rishabh Dev. to his sons.
Maharaj, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so anything else you want to discuss?
Dear devotees, anything you want to discuss, Maharaj is asking, please go ahead. Yeah. I don't see any comments or questions, Maharaj.
Okay. Everybody is fully satisfied.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much for such a wonderful class, Maharaj, and always eye-opening instructions for all of us. Thank you so much.
Lochan Das Thakur has given us the formula, what to avoid, what to focus on.
I yesterday in our Telugu conference class, the discussion happened that people outside, they are afraid to come into Krishna consciousness or especially into ISKCON because we have a lot of rules, like we don't eat onion garlic, we don't eat outside, or we don't eat so many things, or we don't come out and enjoy or go to the materialistic parties. So they observe our lifestyle, and they are afraid to come because they have to leave all these things and come. So that's why they are not coming. That's what one Mataji was discussing. So
Pig, if you give a pig some halava, he'll reject it and look for stool. And he says, "Oh, my stool is so nice.
Krishna.
I got good varieties of stool. Some of it's nice and liquidy, and some of it is more clumpy and chewy. Some of it has, the best texture ever." Yeah, so talking to pig-like men, what are you going to expect? Oink, oink, oink. That's all you're going to get. Give me stool. No, I want to give you some halava. Oh, halava. Ah. Yeah, if you give a pig halava, probably talks about him. There was one devotee who said, I tried to give a sandesh to a pig one time. He took it and he rolled it in the dirt first before he ate it. So do, we expect a pig to be a pig, What can you say? Because they have no understanding of what is actual the purpose of life. Therefore, they accept, all kinds of abominable things to eat, all kinds of horrible things to do, just to somehow consider, yeah. So we're trying to educate people away from their pig-like existence. We should not be influenced by their negativity. We should feel sorry for them, that's all.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What can we do until they come? Oh, God.
We're not arrogant, but we know what is the right thing. If you know the right thing, you should be going to that and teach it. It's not arrogance.
Mataji. Oh, you wanted to talk, Mataji? Sridevi Mataji?
We have Shakshi we have there.
I want I just wanted to tell that we have the best parties. What are they worried about? We have the best food, the best music, the best dancing, the best everything. They think they're going to give up enjoyment. There's a better enjoyment, right?
That's true. Yes, Mataji. Yeah. But standing outside, they can't understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Sakshi Mataji.
Licking the honey bottle, that's all. Sakshi,
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you. So Guru Maharaj, the mercy, it says that it is always available. But then my question is, how do we qualify ourselves to keep that mercy which we receive?
you don't have to qualify yourself, you just have to go for it. That's all. You're already qualified. Lord Chaitanya has already given you the qualifications. Just get it. That's all. What is the qualification? No qualification. The qualification is your need. That's all. The need to have it.
So Guru Maharaj, how do we develop that greed?
Sadhu sadhu.
Okay.
Association with devotees, read the books, chant, dance. Do it wherever you are and find places to do it wherever you are. You're in a place where they have programs regularly. But, you know, people, I don't know, people have a wrong conception of Krishna consciousness. They just see it as some burden, but we see it as some process of joyfulness.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you,
Yes.
Mataji.
Right.
Think of ways to use your time in Krishna consciousness. Whatever time you use in Krishna consciousness is money in the bank. Whatever time you use in the material world, you're drawing on your account. Whatever you're drawing on your time account, that's all you are. You're just wasting time. And then you get a blank check. Check says $300 million paid in 500 years from now. Stick around and get it. So stupid, you know. Some devotees see it as a burden because then their minds are not focused on the process. We need sadhana, we need association, that's for sure. Can't do it alone. My material energy is too difficult.
Yes, Maharaj. Do devotees any more comments or questions? Maharaj, if there are no more questions, can we end the class with one round of chanting?
Let's
You have
see.
time to do some chanting.
I I have to take a little bit of prasadam and I have to go to another program tonight, which is
Yes,
two
ma'am.
more kirtan.
Sure.
So, yeah, things are a little tight. So maybe you can start off and
Yes, come. Yeah.
program there. So Sri Devi's cooking my lunch. I hope she's finished. She is.
How are her cooking skills, Maharaj?
It's like swimming in an ocean. Sometimes you're above the water, and sometimes you're below. So, but she has good intentions, tries hard, wants to please, gets lucky once in a while. So everything is positive.
Jai, nice, Guru Maharaj.
But when you come to Farmington Hills, then you got so many expert cooks there. So what to do?
Oh, we are spoiled, Maharaj. Yeah.
Well, you're always happy, you know. It's got so much.
True, Maharaj, true.
Yeah. Yeah, Prabhupada wanted Prasadam to be of the best quality. Not where it's just opulent, but should taste nice, should be healthy. Prabhupada. Prasadam should be healthy also and tasty with many varieties. You know. Offered to Krishna and accepting his mercy. He didn't like, you know, you just sit there and boil some vegetables and say, okay, that's prasad. When Prabhupada was sick, the ladies got together and boiled some vegetables. Prabhupada said, what did he say? He said, let the health committee go to hell. Give me something that tastes good. We're not suffering. We don't have, some devotees have this wrong conception. You have to suffer on your personal level before you can become Krishna conscious. It's not about suffering.
That's a great point, Maharaj. Actually, yeah. So at some level, I think you have to suffer a little bit to go to Krishna.
Well, the suffering is we have to give up sense gratification, whether we like it or don't like it. We have to pull back from our desires to interact with the material energy to fulfill our need for sense satisfaction. Four regulative principles are we call them principles of knowledge, principles of austerity. You study the life of Prabhupada, you see how he ran into so many people. And many of them were criticizing, or at least taking exception to our restrictions. But if you want the higher taste, you have to give up the lower taste.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Ready? Okay,
Thank you,
Srimati,
Maharaj.
be here tomorrow for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
And we'll get back to the regular Srimad Bhagavatam series.
Yes, Maharaj. Sure. Thank you so much for your time and mercy to all of us, Maharaj. Thank you so much. The devotees, if you,
My pleasure, actually.
so we'll chant a little bit. If you all can stay online, I'll share my screen. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Shri Lochandas Thakur ki jai, Shri
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Before we begin chanting,
Yes, ma'am.
Teja Prabhu can come over, Guru Maharaj, to take prasadam for you.
Okay, he's right here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Guru
Thank you,
Maharaj,
Guru
jai.
Maharaj.
Thank you so much.
Guru Maharaj
Guru
ki.
Maharaj.
Thank you, Guru
Hare
Maharaj. Thank you,
Krishna.
Srimati
Thank
Mataji.
you so much, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Please chant though, don't.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.